Hey guys, hopefully everyone is doing well. Today's target is to solve question number 7. The chapter which we are related with is adjustments in financial statement. You may consider it as third question, third sample question. As usual, we have two sides, debit and credit. The evidence we have is total of both side is present, so it's a trial balance, debit and credit side. It would be little easier for us to point out whether it is asset, liability, expense or income. On right side, we have our adjustments. 7 adjustments are present. We will be focusing upon here as our first step. Then we will go to put elements of trial balance. So we are ready to start our question. Let's begin. First adjustment, outstanding wages. Wages is part of direct expense. So you will come over here, will mention wages, and since it's outstanding, so you will add outstanding wages. How much amount of wages? Look at here, 1500 is outstanding, so you will put 1500 over here. Secondly, since it's an expense, outstanding expense, second effect would be outstanding wages in liability side, amount of which is 1500, so you can mention over here. First adjustment is completed. As you know, it's an expense, would be added, and liability. Prepaid insurance, second adjustment. Insurance is part of operating expenses, indirect side. So you will write insurance, and since it is prepaid, so you will mention it as prepaid. And how much amount? That is 600. So here 600 would be subtracted. Secondly, prepaid insurance is part of current asset. So you will write prepaid insurance, that is 600. Alright guys, now after prepaid we have right of depreciation. You may neglect because we already understood depreciation would be subtracted from asset, so asset would be written down. So depreciation 5% on machinery. Here in operating expenses you will come and will mention depreciation. Plant, first we will see how much value of plant is. This is your plant and machinery, value is 105,000, depreciation is 5%. So here 105,000 multiplied by 5 divided by 100. I'm writing so that you can note it. This is depreciation of machine. Now here you will calculate how 105,000 was value of asset and you have taken 5%. First effect is completed. Now you will go to your fixed asset side. Here you will mention plant and then you will subtract depreciation which you have just calculated, amount of which is 5250. Just put 5250 over here, or you may write plant as well because we do know value is 105,000 here. Alright guys, our 3 adjustments completed. Now for create provision for discount on creditors. Creditor is the person to whom amount is payable. When they will give us discount, it would be a discount received 3%. So you will come in other income and here discount would be calculated. For that we need amount of creditors. And here you can see debtors and creditor. Debtor asset, amount is present on debit side. Creditors liability, amount is present on credit side. 19,500, 3%. So here 19,500 and 3% you will calculate. Alright. So here you will be putting it on your calculator. 19,500, 3% you were supposed to calculate. Let it be checked again. Yes, it was 3%. Alright, next its second effect. Since it is discount on creditors, it means creditors would be reduced. So here in current liability, you will mention creditors first, amount of which was 19,500 and then 585. This was your discount due to which creditors would be decreased. So here less you will mention discount. So double effect completed. Now next step, fourth adjustment is completed, bad debt provision. For that purpose, you will go to current asset and here you will mention sundry debtors first. Okay, De debtors, since it is related to debtors, let me check. Look at here, these are debtors and creditors. Amount of debtor is 90,000. Just put 90,000 over here. Then you are supposed to subtract A. A is additional bad debts present in adjustment, and you can see all 7 adjustments are in front of us, but additional further right of new bad debts are not present over here. So you may mention that additional bad debts are not present, 0, and now you will subtract N, which is new reserve for bad debts. For that, provide provision reserve allowance for name, and here fifth adjustment provision, since bad debt provision, and that is 2%. So here you will calculate your new reserve and how you will take 90,000. Please understand, this 90,000 we are taking is not this one. 90,000 minus 0, this 90,000 we are taking, multiply by, oh, I forgot it was how much percentage, 2% on debtors. Okay, so here to multiply by 2 divided by 100. In this way new reserve would be calculated. What we are going to do, 90,000 was amount of debtor after additional bad debts, then you have taken 2%. So in this way N is also calculated. Now come to indirect side. Here there are 4 elements. First, bad debts, they are present in trial balance, then additional bad debts, after which we have N, that means new reserve, and then we have O, which is old reserve. 2 elements are decided. Look at here, A for additional bad debts not present, so you may mention 0 over here. Then we have N, new reserve 1800, so here you will be writing 1800. In this way this adjustment is partially completed. The remaining part is present in trial balance, that would be written later on. And now sixth adjustment, interest on capital 5%. It is also an expense. So here interest on capital, you will go to other expense, interest on capital. For that you need to know how much capital was and what was the percentage. Capital is present over here. Amount is 150,000 and rate is 5%. 150, 5%. So 150,000 multiplied by 5 divided by 100, with which we will calculate interest on capital. Capital was 150,000 and you will take 5%. So 7,500 interest on capital. Its second effect, you will choose fixed liability and here you will write your capital. Actually, this outstanding wages is part of current liability. So you will take it to here and you will mention capital over here. Then you need to add interest on capital, which we have just calculated. 7,500 interest on capital would be added. Okay, both effects are completed. Interest on capital calculated on expense side and then you have added it in your capital. It means our sixth adjustment is completed. Next we have closing stock. For that we will go to cost of goods sold and we will write opening stock. Then you will add purchases. We will wait for returns and then we have closing stock place and the closing stock amount is 45,000. Just write down 45,000 over here. Its second effect would be in current asset side. Closing stock amount is 45,000. So in this way guys, all 7 adjustments are completed with their dual effects. We are now ready to put these elements of trial balance in our account. First is opening stock 30,000. We have already mentioned over here 30,000 opening stock. Then we have purchases. Purchase expense debit 120,000 and sale is your income, which is credit 3 lakh. So here you will mention your sale and we will wait if there are returns as well. After sale we have debtor and creditor and you know that bad debt adjustment and discount on creditors. We have already mentioned debtors and creditors. Plant and machinery is also mentioned because depreciation. And then we have premises. Premises is your fixed asset. So here you will write premises, amount of which premises 70,000. We should be very careful because there are so many amounts. Even a single amount can damage your question. Bill receivable is your current asset. So here you will write bill receivable, amount of which is 6,000. Just put amount. Alright guys, now after bill receivable we have salaries, your indirect expense, amount of salaries 15,000. After salaries we have wages 15,000 and that is part of direct expense. So you will write 15,000 wages, 1,500 outstanding. Okay, let me check again. Amount of wages. Amount of wages. This is 18,750. That is why I am saying to be very careful about the amount. Again, let me check. Wages 18,750. Okay. After which we have carriage in, which is part of direct expense. So here you will write carriage in, amount of which is 975. So just put 975 5 over here. After carriage in we have carriage out, which is part of operating expense. So carriage out, and amount is 1125. After carriage out we have printing, again it's other expenses, sorry, printing, indirect expenses, operating. Amount of printing is 1200. Alright guys, now after printing we have bad debts, and amount of bad debt is 1500. This is already mentioned, so here you will be writing 1500 bad debts. After bad debt we have provision for bad debt. This is present in trial balance, it means old 675. Here you will mention formula was already written. Alright guys, after provision for bad debts we have trade expense. This is your indirect part, so here you will write trade expense, and amount of trade expense is 2250. After trade expense we have cash at bank. This is part of current asset, so you will come over here, cash at bank, amount of which cash at bank 9000. So here you will write 9000, and then we have cash in hand. This is also part of current asset, cash in hand, amount is 750, mention. Then cash in hand we have capital 150,000. I think we have written it, right? Okay, so just mention 150,000 as capital. Then we have bill payable. This is part of current liability, bills payable, and amount is 4875. After bill payable we have insurance 1500, and this was already mentioned over here, 1500. Okay guys, in this way all elements present in trial balance and adjustments has been completed. We are now ready to start our calculation. Over here you can see that there is no return, so 3 lakh would also be your net sales. After that, half part of cost of goods sold, which includes opening stock plus purchases minus closing stock, half part is completed. Now you can see that we have wages, and then you will add outstanding. So there are two direct expenses. Okay guys, sum of cost of goods sold and direct expenses 126225, and then 3 lakh minus cost of goods sold, we have got gross profit 173775, and look at this 173775. So gross profit is calculated. Now we will see all adjustments should be present on indirect side. Here you can see that 1500 was insurance, prepaid was to be subtracted, and then bad debt adjustment is needed to be completed. First bad debts, then add additional bad debts, then add new reserve, then subtract old reserve. So we have got 2625 bad answer. We are now ready to get sum of operating expenses. This sum has been calculated. There is no operating income and we have other expenses only one item 7500, and then we have other income only one item 585. Okay, so in this way we are now ready to calculate our net profit. For this we will go to, this is your gross profit, and then you will subtract, look at here, less operating expenses, and these are 28350. Then there is no there is no operating income, so we will jump to other expenses, less 7500, and then add other income plus, and that is how you will get 138510. Let's check it out. So we have got our net profit 138510, and here 138510. So left part is completed. We will proceed to our right side, and here you are needed to add your net profit, the amount you have just calculated. Let's see if it can pick 138510. We are ready to calculate sum of fixed liabilities, which include capital plus interest on capital plus net profit. So this is fixed liability, and here we have got creditors minus their discount. It means this is your fixed liability and these are your current liabilities. No reserve is present. So you can finally take the sum of fixed and current liabilities. Whole sum you have taken 300 balance sheet total, and here we have calculated 300. It means right side liability is completed. We are now ready to calculate our asset side. So first step is to see if there is any adjustment. Here was your plant minus depreciation. In this way you can calculate your fixed asset is completed. You may take sum over here. There were two fixed assets, plant and premises. Okay, so here we need to calculate amount of debtors. This was debtor minus additional bad debts and minus new reserve. So we have got our amount of debtors. I think there is no other adjustment present. Finally, we can get sum of current asset. So here we have current assets. There is no investment. So finally, look at here. This is your sum of fixed asset, sum of current asset, and this is grand sum 300. So here is our answer 300. Balance sheet asset side is matched with balance sheet liability side 300. So guys, in this way all four answers are matched with the answers given in the book. Two answers of balance sheet, gross profit and net profit. So I am very sure that you people have understood everything present in your question. This is overall view what we have done. I'm sure that understanding has been completed regarding adjustments and trial balance, but still I am requesting you to please practice this question by yourself for 3 to 4 times. After practicing, if you see anything difficult, you are very open to share your problem through messages, text, or you can directly contact to share your problem. I will be humbly trying my best to answer your question instantly. So thank you very much for your time. It's time to end our lecture. It's time to say goodbye. Allah Hafiz.